back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Melissa, and in today's video, as you've seen already, I'm going to be tackling straightening up this back patio. I don't have everything that I want to put back here just yet, but it needs to be cleaned up. There's an airplane. Let's let that pass. We live kind of close to like an airport, so that was like a smaller plane, but yeah. So I don't have everything as far as like, you know, the decoration things, stuff like that, but this back patio just needs to get cleaned up. It needs to get put together. Decorations and pretty can come later. It's driving me crazy. Thankfully, the chicken coop is off of the patio now, and with me being off on summer break, it's time to tackle. My husband did sell this chicken, what is that? Nesting box, that's what it is. He did sell it, so it's still back here. He's taking it tonight to meet the person. Somebody bought it off Marketplace, so that'll be going out of here. I'm just going to move it off the patio for now and put it out probably on the carport. And then I'm just going to move the table off. I'm going to pressure wash. I did already start pressure washing last night, but I ran out of fuel, and so we had to go get fuel for the pressure washer. That's in there. Got that done. My son is getting up, and he's going to get me the weed eater. The backyard needs mowed, but he has to go to work today, and I'm just not going to have time to tackle that. So that'll get done, I guess, when my husband gets home. But I do want to weed eat around the edges of the patio so that when I'm pressure washing, you know, all that stuff is away. So let me show you what it looks like right now, and then you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about, of just cleaning it up, making it look nicer. So let me show you. So here's where we are right now. It's kind of a mess. The table has paint cans on it, rugs that are laying over, the trash can, the garden hose is out because I'm doing the pressure washer. The trash can's here. I've got boards over here. The nesting box, that'll be moved. But I have already pressure washed, like I said. I have already cleaned. You can't really see, sorry. I have cleaned this section, this side. And as you can tell, you can actually see the difference. Clean, dirty. So this whole half here, all the rest of this still needs to go and get clean. So I need to move all this stuff, get this stuff out of the way so I can clean it. I want to do a makeover on my table and chairs. I think I do. My husband's talking about how he wants to get rid of it, but I would kind of like to do a makeover on it, but I'm not sure about the chairs, how the chairs would work. The table part, yes, I don't know. We'll see. I just need to get it off here and get things cleaned up. Finish getting the rest of the stuff moved off of here, and then I'm going to weed eat at least around the edges so that I'm getting close to where the side edge of the patio is. So, and then I'm going to weed eat around these bushes, and then the rest can be mowed later when my husband gets home. But I am going to get the weed eating done on these edges. so the patio is all cleared off other than this, and I'm not going to be able to move this until my husband gets home to help me move that, which stinks because my son just left for work and I won't be able to move it. I don't think when my daughter wakes up if we'll be able to move it. That thing is heavy, but I will pressure wash it off around it as much as possible. Definitely here at the door because it just gets grimy and nasty. One of the reasons why I want to build like a patio slab there is so that stuff doesn't get stuck up underneath of here, because that opening back there, stuff gets underneath there, frogs, all kinds of stuff, and it worries me about other critters that could be lurking. But I will pressure wash it off to clean it as much as possible while I'm doing the remainder of this, and then we can tackle that later, which stinks because I'll be cleaning dirt back onto an already clean patio, but it's okay. I'll rinse it off later. I'm going to attack the remainder part of this section at least right now. I also apologize for the lighting. I don't know if I can fix it on here so that you guys can actually see a little bit better. Maybe that's better. But with the trees, kind of gets shade, a little bit of sunlight, so but hopefully you'll be able to see. Hopefully I can start this thing because my son just left. Any type of like concrete cleaner. I should have picked some up. I always do this every year and then I start. But there are some spots over here. This stuff works wonders on all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna spray it, let it sit for a bit, and I'll see if it works. I don't know. We'll see. So let me show you the spots I'm talking about. They're more like stains. The lighting is gonna be terrible in this video, I'm sure. But they're more like stains. And I definitely will probably need like some sort of concrete cleaner, but it comes from these stinking trees. When all of those little things fall off of these trees, and then if they sit there and they get wet, and it literally stains the patio. So I don't know. I'm spraying it now, so we'll see. So I'm going to let it sit for just a second, and we will see if anything comes off of there, if it works. Probably ain't going to work, but, you know, it's what I have on hand, so I'm going to see if it works. And then, my thought process is I want to do a concrete stain on this patio. However, purchasing it from the company that did our driveway, it's like a little over $500. But they're telling me that that would cover the whole patio out back here, and then the steps, and also underneath of our front porch. If it was to go that far, that's not a bad price, I don't think. However, I am nervous of spending that much money on something when we have these trees and, you know, it does get stained, it gets, and I know that concrete paint doesn't like hold up as far as like with scratches and things like that. So I don't think it would be a problem underneath of patio furniture because that's not going to be moved that much. But like under the table with chairs being slid in and out, I don't know. I know I don't have any men that watch this channel, but if some of you ladies, if you're watching and maybe your husbands are concrete guys, and maybe they could give me some advice on what to do. I don't know. I'd really like it to look prettier and not show so much mess, But I also worry about the concrete stain when I pressure wash every year to get the stuff off. Is that going to come up? Like, he told me that if it would wear over time, but it's better than paint, because paint you would have to strip it all and then repaint it all again. With the stain, you just take a little brush and touch up. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I haven't really made up my mind on what I want to do just yet. I want to do it, but I'm also scared to do it because I don't want to spend bukus of money and it, like, be a waste. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to try this right now with this stain. Turn it off. Come on. Figures. Come on. I ain't gonna be able to get it restarted. Still got tons of gas in it. No way I'll pull with my left hand. Not happening. Come on. Ah! Okay. I'll be right back if I get this started. If I can ever get this thing started again, I'll be able to rinse that off. Okay, I got it started again. It helped when I turned the power back on it. quite a while. And I'm out here first thing this morning so that before it gets hot. It's supposed to be up in the 80s today, by this afternoon. And it's like almost 11. So I've been out here since like 9 o'clock. And I do it in sections because that's the way the patio is laid out. We didn't pour this patio. It was here when we got here. And I think that each section was poured at different times and with different types of concrete, because this section over here is completely different than the section in the middle and the section on the other side. It's just weird. So I don't know if the previous owner did it himself or what, but that section over there, the first section, is complete. This section is complete. I need to pressure wash just what's laying there, the laying water. And then this is where I'm going. You can see the difference in the patio, the different type, because this will have a totally different color. The green will be gone, and then we'll get down to a little bit of the prettier concrete. But this has like different types of chips and different things in it. It's a completely different patio than, I don't know what this is. Or maybe it's just older, or I really don't know. But it will look better once it's clean, so I'm going to keep going. I'm not sure of this setup. This is just kind of how I have it set up right now. I want to get a little table between the two chairs, and I may end up putting this long ways here and getting like a flower box to put there. I think a tall one. I think that would be pretty underneath the window. But then I'll have to find a place to put my trash cans. But this is what I have set up right now, and this set is actually, it's in really good condition. As I said, I found it off of Marketplace. We were looking for another set. I wanted a sectional, and I couldn't find a sectional that I liked. So we ordered a set, actually a sectional off of Amazon, and it's actually here, and we're going to send it back because I don't think that I would have been happy with it, so I'm not even going to put it together. And so I was looking online for some different ones. They were really expensive, and I just didn't want to pay that kind of money right now. There's one I really, really like, and maybe get later. I don't know. But my husband was like, well, maybe we should just wait and go ahead and look on Marketplace. Keep watching Marketplace. So as soon as he said that, I went on Marketplace, and this set came up. Now, it's not a sectional, but it seats 4, and that's what lives here. So, and it's kind of similar to what I have on the front porch, except this is more of like the darker, the black. And the chairs are like the swivel rockers. So, obviously, the cushions, they're blue. And I'm not a big blue fan, but they're in decent shape. A couple of the ties are like frayed to keep them on the seat, but that's okay. I can, I'm not going to tie them in there anyway, because I'm probably not going to be able to leave my cushions out here on the chairs, because Bella will get up in the chairs and lay down, which would be fine, but she likes to go roll in poop, and I don't want her going and rolling in poop and then getting on my chairs. So I may do a flower box back there. I might have to get another, wouldn't mind getting like a box here to put beside the door that I could put the cushions in and store them. But right now, that's, you know, kind of what it looks like. And then I could potentially change it up. I brought the little fire pit thing down here because I figured, you know, if we wanted to sit by the fire, we could. So that's where it's at right now. I still have to pressure wash the table off, and I'm going to bring the table back and place it right here. So it'll just have seating area behind me, and then table and chairs there. I've got to figure out where to put the grill and my trash cans. I don't really like the trash cans being right beside the door because of flies. But I don't want them down here in the seating area either if I'm doing a seating area. So we'll see. I'm going to keep working. Alright, so the patio is cleaned. I need to wrap up the hose. This is cleaned off. However, this might be going to my nephew's house. My husband and I may be giving this set to them. And if I do, I may look for like a little round table with just 4 chairs to put out here. But look, the garden is growing. I need to get in here and get these weeds out and give it some water. So I'll do that this evening. Give these plants some water. The cucumbers are growing big. Zucchini is growing. Just letting you look through the cage. So I look like a hot mess. I am going to finish wrapping up here. I'm going to go up and get a shower before I have to go to the store. I have been out here all day since 9 o'clock, and it is now 1 o'clock. So I feel disgusting, but at least it's cleaned off. If I end up doing the stain, I will probably have to pressure wash it again because I'll have to get some sort of concrete cleaner, I think, to really try to strip it and clean it, but at least it looks better than what it did. And this area over here will be a work in progress, but at least it's set up. I've got the cushions leaning up so that they can dry right now because I pressure washed those off to get the pollen and everything off of them. The whole set is in really good shape, but it just basically had some pollen on it. That's really all it had. This chair here at the base, there's a little bit of rust at the bottom, but other than that, structurally everything is still in good shape. A little bit of a wear right here, but nothing much. So it's a nice little set to give us a little seating area back here because it's shady back here in the evenings. So with the trees and everything, it'll be nice. Alright, so we are back at home. We ran to Costco's. I'm showered and cleaned up. We ran to Costco's and he needs out. He never fails. He always needs out. Opie, away from the deck. Go. Anyway. I'm showered, cleaned up, we ran to Costco's, picked up what we needed. Do I smell better? I picked up what we needed for baking, and we have made our plan for what we're going to make for the bake sale. We're just going to go the easy route, and we're making these Krusties, cranberry orange.
That's Jason's phone.
Okay, pause that.
Uno minuto.
We'll be back. Alright friends, I'm back. And I have no idea where we were when I left off. We were starting these. So we started making, we, as in she was making, because I've been on the phone with a friend of ours. But we have this event that's going on for our church on Saturday. And it's a big yard sale, craft show, and then we're doing a bake sale. So we decided to bake the cranberry muffins, and then we're gonna make cinnamon swirl quick bread. We're gonna do that. And I think that's, oh, we're doing cookies too. We're gonna do some cookies. So we're baking that right now. Taylor is. She's already baked these.
Those have icing.
Those have a little icing. You can't see it, but they've got like a little glaze on them.
I'm not doing it on the other ones though.
And the other ones will be without icing. And so we've got other ones in the oven. And then I need to still cook dinner, which I think we're gonna just do cheeseburger sliders.
Which is fine by me.
Maybe.
I think she cooks.
But that's what we're getting ready to do. My husband, my son just came in the door. My husband left to go, I think, take the chicken coop thing to meet the person that bought it. So that has been the gist of our day. I got the patio cleaned. Oh, look, brother and sister love back there. And that's so sweet.
You didn't catch me.
But I got,
What are you
hey,
talking about love?
hey,
This
hey,
is
hey.
rejection.
I'm talking to people here.
Puppies?
Hey, I'm talking to people here.
Okay, actually no. Whoa! What are you doing? 1, 2, ah!
You're nuts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all done?
Oh.
Okay, you just ran that across the counter, so get a rag and wipe that.
I don't have rags. I've been using paper towels.
Right there's a rag on the sink.
That is a Norwex rag.
You can use that. Anyway, that's been the gist of today. I got the patio done, other than I need to wrap up I'm gonna get my son to go out there and wrap up the post. And I gotta clean up the rest of the buckets and stuff that I threw around, because my husband told me that I threw them out in the yard. But I haven't gotten that far yet. I was waiting until it cooled off. We left and went to Costco, and I was waiting until it cooled off before I went back out there again, because it's hot. So we're gonna keep baking. Jeez. Huh?
Oh my gosh!
Quite surprised.
Hi! No, warm. Oh my gosh. It's wearing all black.
Got the beautiful girlfriend.
Are we happy?
tired.
Ah!
I'm tired. See, my eyes look tired.
My eyes look tired. That's get it right or get out.
That is a reference from, I believe, our Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving.
How do you know the video?
Yeah, I think it was my Thanksgiving video.
I've always wondered how YouTubers could do that. Be like, oh, that's from this video. Must be something with if you're editing your own videos, you remember.
No, I just remember cooking Thanksgiving and you came home from work and you were trying to help, but she was like, my eyes are tired. It's on that video. So.
I'm tired.
Alright friends, so that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and getting my patio cleaned. It feels good that it's all nice and fresh and it's all put away. Everything's nice. We've got dinner is done. The cheeseburger sliders are done. My husband is outside finishing mowing. We're finishing up the baking. But as soon as this is over with, she got a cheeseburger slider. But as soon as we're done here, we're going to clean up the kitchen and the dishes, and then this mama is going to sit down because I have been on my feet on concrete from 9 this morning till like 1 o'clock this afternoon. Then we left, we went to Costco's, walked around, shopped, and then we've been in here in the kitchen working and watering flowers in the garden and doing stuff nonstop. So I'm ready to go sit down. I'm done. So, and ready for a good relaxing day tomorrow at the pool. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below, and Lord willing, friends, there'll be another one. Bye.